Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for August 16th through the 22nd. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future. I'll clarify that. Once we do, I'll clear that spread and get into your person's energy, your energy, the possible outcome, as well as the romance angels and the oracle cards. So I do want to say a huge shout out and thank you. I'm never going to stop saying that because I appreciate you all so much. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below, so you can check that out if you'd like to. All right, this is for Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you guys for this week. We have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Swords in reverse, the Fool in reverse, that's in your recent past, and then the current energy is the Four of Wands in reverse with the Tower card and the Queen of Wands. The near future, we have the Two of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords. Now, the overall energy is the Ace of Cups. So, do I think there's new love? I absolutely do. I think there's a lot of Sagittariuses now that are going through a shift in their lives, and it could be around your love and relationship situations. We're all going through them at different times. But in this case, I feel like for the ones who watch and click into this reading, you're anticipating, looking for, or excited about the possibility of something completely new that is so different than what you've experienced before. This is something that truly does overflow. There's a sense of, with that hand underneath the cup, which I've never really focused on this before, and it's coming out, this is a love that supports. And it's holding that cup with such ease, with no issues, with I've got your back kind of love. It feels so, I'm almost speechless. It just feels very supportive, and I like that. I like that for anyone, but it feels really good for you guys. I think this is something that's going to be a little bit different for a lot of you. It could be a renewal in love as well. Let's get into the cards and see. So with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Swords with the Fool in reverse, this is, to me, saying that there's a little bit of fear around starting a process of possibly leaving a relationship. You could be at a point where you want to make sure that you have absolute clarity before you make a final decision. The reason I'm saying that is because I see very clearly in the current energy, which we'll get into in a second, the Four of Wands in reverse, which to me is about divorce and separation. So is that going to resonate for everybody? No, but there could be a serious relationship. You could have left a long-term or a marriage already, or you could be working towards it. So for those of you that have, this is getting things started, processing paperwork, coming to agreements, trying to come together. It's like there's a third-party energy, but to me it's a sense of there's a need to have either a mediator or someone there that helps kind of the process get going. If somebody's hired a lawyer, something of that sort. Now, this could also be something to do with work. The Fool in reverse with the King of Swords, that to me is having a little bit, a little lack of confidence around something to do with business. So if you have something new coming up, if you have to re-sign a lease, or if you're questioning whether this opportunity that you're about to jump into is right for you, there's a need to have faith, but right now I just don't feel like you're sure that you want to go through with it. So this week could be about processing how to take those steps forward, how to make things perfectly clear. I'm going to say for those of you who need things looked over, definitely take it to a lawyer if you've been asking yourself that question, because it's always better to be safe than sorry. And that's just what they're saying. They're saying better to be safe than sorry. All right, let's look at the current energy. We have the Four of Wands and the Tower, and then we have the Queen of Wands. So for those of you who have lost passion in a relationship, this is telling me that something is finally falling apart. And when the Tower comes in, does it have to be catastrophic? It doesn't always, but in some cases it does feel a little bit more difficult than others. And in this case, I'm going to say it feels a little deeper and harder than maybe other situations in your life that could be going on. So the Queen of Wands is feeling almost a sense of powerlessness. Like, is this inevitable? Does it have to be this way? And I'm going to say yes, because when it comes up exactly in this position, it's telling me that there is not much that you can do. The universe is going to keep pushing the situation until it finally breaks apart. So when things aren't meant to be anymore, situations will keep occurring until you finally go through with the process and get moving. Listen, they have our back. They want the best for us, and they want you to see exactly what will happen if you stay in situations that are not healthy for you. So it's going to come in and it's going to break things apart the best way. And I say it, meaning the universe, your guides, whatever it takes to get you out of a situation that is no longer working for you or that is no longer serving you. It will come in and do this in order to wake you up, to get you moving. Because what's on the other side of that, what you can't see, which I took a peek in the near future, you can't see it yet. And there's a part of you that doesn't trust that Spirit's going to be there to have your back no matter what. You will always get through it. It may be difficult. You may need a lot of support from people around you. But in this case, it's saying, have faith that what's coming is going to be so much better than you could possibly expect. All right, so we'll clarify that in just a minute. Now, in the near future, we have the Two of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords. This is all mental energy. It's that feeling that I'm talking about, like you feel stuck when you're really not. And that's just because you're in your head about what you can't see moving forward. Is it okay for us to go through that? Yes, but mental exhaustion is really bad. It's really bad. It wears on your body. It wears on your health. So it's kind of a push from Spirit to say, we understand this is going to be difficult, but we're also giving you the mental downloads. So it's as much about them giving you the clarity so that you understand how you can move forward and to trust that you'll get those things, that next move that you need to take in order to create a feeling of not being stuck, because she's actually not. She can actually untie herself and get out from around there. But right now it just feels like everything is coming down. Like all the swords around her just feel like they're suffocating her. So you may feel right now like it's just too much to bear. Because again, you can't see the future, right? That's what people like me are for. So that's why I talk about doing personal readings. So if you feel stuck and you need help seeing what's coming, it is good to reach out to an advisor of some sort or to find some solace in doing the spiritual work so that you can have faith that, yes, on the other side of this, there is going to be something much better. All right. That's the Ace of Cups. It's like right away they wanted to say, no matter what, this is what's on the other side. You're going to find either a tremendous amount of love for yourself and you're going to feel so good that you're okay, even if a relationship is not there immediately, or that somebody new is coming in with that support to get you through this tough time. And it's going to overflow with love and be amazingly nurturing. All right, and then we have the temperance. God, let me spit it out. There's your card. You're feeling a little bit impatient, and this is bearing all that responsibility. Like what's to come, this is a lot of weight on my shoulders. I'm not really sure, but they don't want you to miss that opportunity. Four of Cups. Could this be that somebody only offers you a little bit? Absolutely. In this case, I'm going to say it's look up. He's looking down. He's not actually looking at what's being offered to him. So that's where spiritual clarity comes in. Can you see those signs? Do you pay attention to them when they're there? Do you recognize the next step when it's being shown to you? It can be tough to make a decision, and that indecision is there. Now it will become a lot clearer with it in reverse, so you won't feel like you don't know which way to go. You'll know, and then look at what comes out right after that, the Six of Wands. Total and complete victory. Now this is also, to me, someone who is going from one situation to another, not immediately, but saying that you're going to be moving away from one and there'll be victory in the one that you're going towards. That wreath and his wreath remind me of the king and queen. I think of them as being that ultimate pair. So it's like you're being pressed to trust that that's what you're moving towards. Yep. And to fight for that because it's worth it. Yep. Okay, we're going to keep going. And then the high priestess comes in and says, trust that we're here. Trust your intuition. It's going to be very important for you to see those signs that they're trying to give you. All right, so let's clarify the Three of Pentacles with the King of Swords in reverse. This is for Sag. All right, so we have the Hangman in reverse, the King of Cups. That's that nurturing energy of somebody I keep talking about, the Six of Pentacles. And then the Lover's card. Okay, so it could be that you have somebody that loves you very much. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a very supportive, emotional boss, believe it or not. Not an inappropriately supportive, but just somebody who has a nurturing side. This could also just be there's a male in your life. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. That is extremely balanced and is willing to give to you where you've given of yourself so much. You see how those hands are reaching up like give, give, give. In this case, it's allowing you to be given to. So somebody is there. He's facing this person. So it's saying there's someone there who's going to help. And if you're worried about finances, this person may even be there to help you financially. The Hangman in reverse says that you are not stuck. You are absolutely not hanging there. You have the ability to move forward, and that's what this person's energy is doing. It's going to be there to get you out of that place of feeling stuck. Okay. And it could be a potential love partner if you're having difficulty and you just have someone who, it could have been a past lover who just comes back into your life and supports you through this. Doesn't have to be. The Lovers could just be somebody who loves you, a parent, something like that, that is supportive. All right. So let's look at the King of Swords in reverse with the Fool in reverse. I do sense that there's an energy around you that could be very cutting. And I mean that meaning they don't lead with a lot of integrity. So this person doesn't think before they speak sometimes. And the things that they say can be very hurtful. They tend to make a fool of themselves in a sense. I don't think they'll take responsibility for it. But you have someone around you that's like that. Now, if you're trying to leave a marriage or a long-term relationship with somebody who does have narcissistic tendencies, in this case, I'd say, you're going to have to prepare yourself for how this person reacts because they don't lead with clarity and integrity. They think with anger and frustration. All right, so let's clarify. Now, the Lovers wanted to come back out. And then we have the Six of Cups again. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Swords. So could it be a third-party energy? Yes, but this to me is getting past the heartbreak. This is actually healing from a difficult circumstance. Some of you, it could have been third party. Some of you, it's heartbreaking. When you love somebody for such a long period of time, depending on how long you've been in this type of relationship, whether it be marriage or long-term, yes, it's heartbreaking. It's never easy to leave someone you love. I don't care. Even the most difficult relationships, the ones that unfortunately can be abusive, can be hard to leave because we love them and see beyond. When you're empathetic, like a lot of people who watch these readings are, you see the good in people. And it's hard to not realize, to recognize that there is a possibility that somebody can change. But unfortunately, they're really there to teach you certain lessons and for you to move on and find happiness beyond that difficult relationship. So with the Lovers, the Six of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, there could be some kind of an imbalance because of a love situation around your finances. This, to me, doesn't mean that you're going to be losing money. I just sense that money may be difficult if you have to leave. So right there is telling you to not worry. There will be balance. You will be okay. But it does feel like there's quite a bit of strain because maybe there's shared finances there with the Six of Cups and the thought of, could we lose everything? Is it going to be difficult if we do decide to walk away? All right, so let's look at the Four of Wands in reverse with the Tower. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I have a lot of fire here, so Leo, Sag, Aries. I have Scorpio. And I sense strong Cancer energy as well. All right, so let's clarify the Four of Wands with the Tower. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. And then we have, okay, there's my narcissist card, the King of Wands. And then the Four of Wands in reverse with, again, to clarify, this is very much about the separation of home, a stable or maybe not so stable relationship that needs to break apart because you are definitely dealing with somebody who has narcissistic tendencies. Now, what's so conflicting about this is there seems to be some kind of success around finances maybe within the situation, but see how this Knight is walking away from that. And that tells me that as you walk away, you're okay financially, male or female. Men can feel like they get taken advantage of, or women can feel like the same in return. I mean, things are so different today than they used to be, but that feels like very stable energy, and trusting that that Wheel of Fortune is right behind you, always got your back. You're going to be okay. Now, that person could make things a little bit difficult, regardless of whether you're dealing with a man or a woman, and they've got their eye on things. So they could be clutching on to manipulation around money, or saying that they don't think you're going to be successful outside of the relationship. That would be, I don't want to specify that. But with it being right in the center, I'm going to say that the wheel is turning in your favor, whether that person likes it or not. Okay, so let's clarify the Tower with the Queen of Wands. This is for Sag. All right, so we have the Hierophant, trust, praying, Five of Wands, and the Devil in reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. You could be dealing with somebody who's definitely a tad bit either younger or emotionally immature, is my Page of Cups in reverse. This is also needing to rebuild your own emotional state from going back to the beginning, in a sense. A lot of us are having to do that and go revisit what it was like to love and trust everything when you were a child, but with the tools that you have today. Now, the Hierophant is very much about a higher power, trusting in that, knowing that you are protected. I just feel so much like you've got this energy around you, and no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. The Five of Wands in reverse I like because it doesn't feel like a tremendous amount of drama. And then the Devil in reverse, the toxicity is being pulled away. Look at the balance. So the toxicity is turned around. It's like the Hierophant steps in and protects this situation so that no drama or toxicity can penetrate that. So you are, safe, little bird, safe and protected through this situation that seems to be needing to fall away from your life. All right, so let's look at the Two of Wands in reverse with the Eight of Swords. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords. And then we have, again, the Page of Cups popping back up. So for some reason, this card has been coming out for me recently as the Lawyer card. And I do feel like there's going to be a need for somebody who has a tremendous amount of clarity, intelligence, smarts, knows how to cut through BS, and is going to protect you, male or female, if you're going through this. So you need a good one, and I feel like one's going to show up. And that's what's going to relieve a lot of the stress. Where you feel a little bit unstable, this person's going to take care of that and make sure that you don't end up having to walk away from this feeling totally burdened. It's going to relieve you because this person knows what they're talking about. So, like I said, you need to get a lawyer. I said it in the very beginning. If you need to look over paperwork, this person's got your back. You're going to be all right. That's where it's saying you're not stuck. The future is it's going to light up for you. All right. The Eight of Swords with the Four of Swords. This is for Sag. Then we have the Knight of Swords with Temperance in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Cups. So the Knight of Swords, could this be somebody who comes back and tries to possibly work things out with you before the finalization of it all? Very possibly. They could have that one last stitch effort left in them and they just want to see if they can, because they know you've lost your patience. That's your card in reverse. They may sense that you're a little broken down or having a tough time, and they sense that it's because either you've walked out of the situation or because they walked away and they think they can sneak back in. But this is, if this were your energy, I'd say you've decided to move forward and you've lost patience with it. You know, once you finally decide to walk away, clarity hits, and then it's like this new refreshed energy of, I can actually do this. I may have to move slow, but I can get there. I know I can get there. Now, this could also be the energy of somebody new that wants to move towards you. In this case, I don't feel like this is someone who's going to move quickly. It may be somebody who admires you and wants to tell you finally that they have feelings that are a little bit deeper. This is someone who's articulate and speaks clearly. They may not be overly emotional about it in the beginning, but I just think they have an honest heart and they'd like to share with you. They understand what you've been through and what you had to walk away from. So that feels like a really beautiful energy there. All right, so we're going to clear this and get into whoever's on your mind. So think about the person that you have questions about, and we'll get into their energy. All right. This is for Sagittarius, their person's energy, and their energy. Let's do that one more time. Give me a good shuffle. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse and Justice. Look at that. Yep. That's that justice in the courthouse type of situation. If you're just going through some kind of court, let's say you got a ticket, I think it's going to be okay. It may have stressed you out for a bit, but you'll get through it. All right, so your person's energy, the Page of Pentacles, whoops, in reverse, and then the King of Pentacles. Interesting. And then the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Seven of Swords. Somebody wants to come clean. Your energy is the Five of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Wands. Overall energy, clarity, no more confusion. I think somebody wants to come in and say, listen, I don't have other options. You're the one that I'm interested in. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. This could be somebody who has, is just starting out. Maybe they're starting over because of the pandemic and could be not getting forward in their career the way that they want to, or things are changing in that area, but they are actually very stable. So they may not appear so, but they'd like to take a step forward. I think there's a part of them that might be afraid to. If you're currently with this person, then I feel like they really are there. They've got themselves together. So if for some reason they're in between jobs or you're concerned about that, I wouldn't be. Now, this is somebody who doesn't want to juggle your energy. So whoever this is, I don't feel like this is the same as the person in the main reading. And then we have the Seven of Swords, someone who does not play games. They don't lie. They have no reason to lie. If you doubted that they were someone who, may have done some shady stuff, I'm going to say no. I just don't feel it here. So you may be questioning and looking for answers around that. I don't think this person's juggling you. I think they might have maybe a little bit of a difficulty finding a new job, but that's going to be for some of you. Now, your energy is the Five of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles, very much wanting to just leave drama out of it and start fresh and stable. You've already made a decision. It feels like you're very clear about what you want. Now, the Six of Wands in reverse could tell me that you have felt unsuccessful in the past with this, but you are clearly at least at this point, feeling like this could move forward and be something stable. And I do feel like their energy is stable as well. So it looks good. Let's get the romance angels and take a peek. This is for Sag. Okay. We've got engagement, release your ex, getting to know each other, and let go of control issues. And then we have wedding. Look at that. The situation involves marriage. Now, if this is somebody you were married to and you're questioning things, you're not the ones that I was talking about that are getting divorced. It could be also, yes, that you were engaged or already married, but this could be also someone who wants to be that, who wants to possibly get engaged and get married to this person. So I do feel there's a strong energy of a settling down. Are there issues with somebody from the past? The time has come to clear your energy? Could be. If there's, look, it could be years, and sometimes somebody still lingers in your energy and you just can't get rid of them. I know it's hard. It's just a process of elimination. I know that sounds really callous, but it just comes to a point where you stop thinking about them. And yes, there's cord cutting. Yes, there's other ways of attempting to release, but really it just comes to a place of continuing to live your life and not allowing the thoughts to keep processing. At some point, you'll just think about it as a distant memory, and you just won't feel any kind of reaction in your body when you think about them. Now, if this is somebody newer, getting to know each other makes sense. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I do think this is going to be something that's going to move forward. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. That could be on either end. Like, sometimes it can be really frustrating not to know what's going on with someone. In this case, I haven't said this probably in a couple of weeks, or maybe last week, it's the let go, let God. Just trust that if you know in your heart it's meant to work, then there's really not a whole lot of other than natural feelings of motion. Like if you're feeling the need to call or feeling the need to speak up, whatever that is, that you need to follow. But other than that, we really can't control what Spirit has in mind for us. All right, let's get the possible outcome. This is for Sagittarius, please. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords, great. The World in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Cups. Look at that. Like I said, for those of you that are refreshing a relationship and it feels like it's a new start, it's releasing the things that may have been emotionally difficult in the past. So the Page of Swords is all about that brand new beginning with clarity. I love that. So this cycle may not have closed out with this particular person. Do I think it's closed out for those of you that are leaving a marriage? Absolutely. But there's something about this energy that has not closed out. Could it have been somebody from your past? Maybe. We talked about that person showing up and being supportive in your life. It could be for some of you. And then this is also about being emotionally okay. Releasing anything that was hurting and at a place where you're in acceptance. So it's good. It feels like there isn't a tremendous amount of emotional pain around this. It just doesn't feel like it's done yet. All right. Let's get the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Sagittarius. Ooh, flying cards. That one feels right. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Oh, I love Spirit. Okay, and then we have beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Just a little tidbit of advice. Sometimes we don't realize that. All right, last but not least, we're going to get a couple messages from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Guidance from Spirit for Sag, please. All right, so we have time to go, the Fates, community, and co-create. And then we have chaos and conflict. For those of you closing out that old cycle of chaos and conflict, you can feel that energy, so it may still be lingering just a little bit in order for you to move forward, but I do feel like it's closing out because this is a 9. Time to go. Shut that door. What's done is done. The fates. Yes, this is a fated situation. And as light as I can sound about it when I'm doing this reading, I feel it and I feel you. If it's really hard and it feels like it just really sucks right now, there is something so beautiful. Look how happy she is. This is fated. This is something that you could only have dreamed of that's coming towards you. So yes, those stars are shining for you. Community, this could just mean that you have a good support system or need a good support system around you while you go through the tougher times. But with this person, I feel like this is fated. So then we have co-create, and that to me is co-creating with someone who is healthy for you. It's also about balance. So I see you as being the one sitting on top of this, like, yes, I rule. I've got this. I'm not going to let anything take me down. I am sitting here at the highest level. I know that I can get through anything. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I so appreciate you all. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like that personal reading, the information is in the description box. I hope you have a beautiful week. I love you to pieces, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.